Appreciate you for tuning in to the Theory Expo. If you enjoy the content we're doing, please like and subscribe. And on that note, let's get to it. Yeah.
But speaking of, man, something we ain't talked about in a long time here on Theory Expo, man, is the Secret Invasion, man. All our hopes and dreams, I feel like we placed on this show, and hey, guess what? Nothing has changed that for me after seeing this trailer, this goddamn trailer. And I swear to God, I was like, this is incredible. Why wasn't this a movie, man? Out of all the things. And I get it, because you really don't have like a central, like maybe if you had made Rhodey suit up, you really don't have like a hero. You don't have any Avenger to base this around. So a show makes sense, but
a show only makes sense as you shooting them bail, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to have if to make this, I mean you're gonna have to write your ass off, right? And if you couldn't have a good story and good writing, and you got Samuel L. Jackson, some of these other people you got in, and Emily Clark and all that, you could make this a movie.
You could have made it.
This easily made a movie.
This could have
right.
been
You get 100% because
and it's Secret Invasion. Yeah, it's not like it's some small story. This Secret Invasion, you got a Secret Wars movie coming out. You could have explained Secret Invasion, but they didn't do that. There's gonna be a show. Man, can we see the trailer, man?
Let's get into it, man. And I didn't mean to just get at you. I mean, you shooting bail like
no. You're right. No, you called it because I was shooting them bail.
I wasn't trying to get at you. No, I was like, hey, man, get at your little bail. Get at your
We're
little
doing that. Don't do that. Yeah. Nah. Because I was, man.
We ain't even talked about this, so let's get into it.
I love everything about it, bro.
Fury. Since you've been gone,
Patch came back. Yeah.
Things have gotten much worse.
Hey, you want to talk about somebody who dropped the ball, bro?
How you think I came back?
I forgot his name.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
He said, hey, bro.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Yo, bro, this...
Do you feel responsible?
Nothing looks better than this.
Where are the Avengers?
Asking our questions.
Yeah. This war is one I have to fight alone.
Yeah. You really don't, bro.
You really don't, but you
really don't. Go get Captain America or somebody, man. Even the new one
on the planet.
And that's something to say. You're the most wanted man.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
We need to know who that was. Damn.
Oh,
is that Groot action?
I wonder if he's super Skrull.
One last fight.
Oh, might be it for Fury, man. Didn't they announce he was in some movies though? I feel like maybe not.
I have to look that one up. Okay.
I thought he might have been in the Captain
America. You think Sheeta was the little girl that was in Captain Marvel, like the daughter? Sis Taylor's daughter. Is she playing that? She is. Look at her name. Yeah. Like I didn't notice that till I read it. They had like a weird name, like Guy or something like that.
The time would match up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right here.
Those in the 90s. Yeah.
G-I-A-H.
Where's that at? Yeah, Guy.
It's looking like Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, bro. Yeah. Or at least their version of it.
Yeah, 100%. They had one of these in one of the cartoons where they had to go like that's where they found like the robot, the AI that ultimately that Tony used to be
Ultron. Oh, Ultron. Okay, yeah.
Ultron. They in another one of their cartoons, they got a couple cartoons. It was like the second one that they got on there. They went here. It was like protecting. Basically, what it was, that robot was protecting there was like a lot of gamma radiation, and Tony's father had made a robot that was going to be like AI, and it was going to be like Tony's best friend. His number one protocol was to protect Tony, but he could do all this other stuff, and they protected the radiation. He was like holding radiation. Hulk was able to get to it and knock it out and throw it into space and all that, and then Tony took the robot, blah blah blah, took his AI. That's how Ultron.
Hulk be throwing shit.
Yeah, he can throw it into space. Like that was just some shit I said, right? No, he took it through the radiation.
Yeah, but it's some shit Hulk would do, man.
Some Hulk shit, right?
Hulk, throw some shit in space.
but yeah, this looked like their version of some kind of Chernobyl.
Yeah, okay,
that's what it looked like. And then all these,
it looked like it's definitely Chernobyl. Yeah, it's Chernobyl, bro. It's definitely Chernobyl. Yeah.
But her name, right? I think this gives it away, right? Is this that's not a that would be a Skrull type of name.
Yeah, the guy is not a not a.
When you said this though, because you think he's super. I would imagine he got to be super Skrull, right? But like this is like some Groot action, right?
He's he a Skrull.
Like he done got the Groot situation going on.
That's a good call. You're right. He could be. Even though Groot's supposed to be from Planet X. He's supposed to be like the only one of his species or something like that. But
yeah.
Nah, that's a good point. You're right. Because it would be disappointing and both weird if they did a Super Skrull without the Fantastic Four. But you're right. How do you explain that he got those powers when that's not like a natural Skrull power, right? He would have to see that and copy it from something.
I was about to say, did he, in what situation would he had one of them had come across? Because I figured you have to see it, right?
Yeah.
The way they explained it to us in Captain Marvel, like if he rounded, then he could take. I think you could take their abilities, you could take their likeness, take their abilities, and take their memories for like a year. That's how they kind of explain it. It's like you couldn't get older memories. You can only get something that was more of the recent kind of deal. But whatever, that one scene where I think it was right around here where Talos got rocked, and then his face started, like he got hit so hard his face started to change. Golly,
bro, because he having a tough time, man. He might not make it because that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about somebody when I saw him earlier? I was like, man, somebody who dropped the ball a little bit, who kind of like the way he talking to Fury in the beginning, like, man, things done got bad. It's like when you come back you've been gone for a minute and you come back to work or you come back to like somebody was covering for you and you find out they done fucked everything up. Yeah, just like they hit you with that speech.
Was here? What they were saying.
And what happened? What they talking about, man? They saying that we behind on like everything. Man, things done got bad, man.
Hey, man. Woo.
Hey. Fury.
What you mean?
Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse.
Hey, man, even his face had it. Like he only, hey, bro, I can look at your face and tell. I can look at your face and tell.
Look at him, bro. He ain't got no sleep. His hair look all crazy.
His jaw swole. Yeah, his jaw so swole that in his not even in scroll version, he can't scroll to a regular face.
Nah, he done, bro.
Like that's how bad his face messed up. Things have gotten, bro. How could things have gotten much worse? Like, what's worse? You get what I'm saying? Like, what were we doing?
He was the one that this is where we go back. Was he the one that got snapped away, or was it Fury that got snapped away? You know what I mean? So for him to say, "Hey, bro," because I'm Fury, I'm Samuel L. Jackson's voice. I'm like, "Fuck you mean?"
Yeah, he would say that too.
Worse than the snap, motherfucker. Like, what you talking about? What's worse than the snap? Talos, what's worse than the snap? Like, what is worse than the snap?
Like,
In the blip.
What's the situation? What's the situation that got worse? Like, what were y'all doing that it could get worse? It ain't like the first Avengers where we had the Tesseract, then Loki showed up and took it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, we was trying to do some stuff. Shit bad now. And now they got Hawkeye. And now they got Selvig. Yo, that's much worse.
That's worse.
That ain't even a much worse that the Avengers done had. Right. That's much worse. What was y'all trying to do? Right. We done already had the snap and we brought everybody back. So what are you talking about? The things have gotten much worse. Like, did y'all already like, hey, we was settling with the scroll, like we've been settling here and we were trying to do it this way, but then
Captain America left. Or Captain Marvel left.
Yeah, now the Queen scroll, and now we got Super Scrolls. Like for them just to show up like that under, like, did y'all have an integration plan and then people took it across the line, right? Because you can't just, like Captain Marvel was rolling with y'all. So if it was a situation like that, then she would have seen something. Obviously, this was something that was happening on the outer, some kind of plan they had. But for him to say shit then got worse, please define that.
Yeah, like, and
what were y'all doing that something could be worse than what y'all was doing? Sounds like y'all had a messed up plan in the beginning.
And
he said, since you've been
we assuming he ain't even. Because Fury could really be like, hey, man, what the fuck happened with Peter Parker, man? What was that shit about, man? You done fucked up, man. Matter of fact, he don't even remember him, so I guess,
But for him to say that, like, how long was Fury gone?
He would.
Wow, that's going to be shocking for us, man. Like, it's either going to be shocking or some bullshit. We walking across the line where it could be some bullshit.
It could be some bullshit.
So you mean to tell me this one was gone since the 90s?
Yeah. That whoa. You telling me bro, then I don't even know who the character is then. If you telling me that was Talos the entire time with the Avengers Initiative and everything, going to fuck with Tony and all that, and get down from the donut, or what do you say to calm down, whatever,
please.
If you telling me that was Talos the entire time, which I don't think it was,
no.
But yeah, like, how long was this dude gone, man?
Because even if he was gone since like Far From Home, Endgame, like that ain't, okay, since you've been gone, okay, cool, we good.
I could take
right.
That.
Yeah, we just talking about a couple months at this point in time, maybe about a year and a half. What I've always said, and we talked about it before, that I think since I said that wasn't him in Ultron, right? That's me. Like, I think he's been gone since Ultron, but still, that would, but we still walk across a line, and he wasn't really around after that. So yeah, okay, cool. I can hold that.
He almost looked like that than that. Yeah.
We walking across, and then we're gonna get into this point where it's like, since things got much worse, we already know they've been infiltrated. Like, we already know it's gonna be shocking. Some people, they saying it's gonna be shocking. Now, we do cross the line about a couple people that it could put. Let me ask you this question: where's the line? So it's easy for me to say, who would they say that could be a Skrull the entire time that you would look back and be like, man, that's some bull. So I'll be honest, we know we got a top list, but where's the line? Like, where's the line of demarcation?
That's tough, man.
Like,
where you gonna be like, nah, the hell,
like, man,
no.
that's the entire time that was like, because we gotta, like, are we thinking, could it, okay, let's let the tier. Would any of the original 6 shock you? And you be like, that's some bullshit. I think like if any of the original 6, the big 6 or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, they would all shock me. You saying, like, but could it, are you asking me if it could be a chance if any of the 6 could be? Or are you saying, like, that's gonna be hard, man? Man, we had
Endgame was catching wreck and all that.
We had Endgame where they signatures came up on the screen at the end, bro. You telling me one of them was a Skrull? I'm like, that changes everything. Now,
like, do we cross a line of bullshit if we look up and they be like,
that would shock me, bro. That would shock me.
And none of them figured that out.
Yeah, that I don't think any of the original 6 are gonna be Skrulls, but
Okay, so we got a line.
Take them
there.
off. Yeah.
Let's take them off the board.
I draw the line at the original 6. Yeah.
Okay.
No way anybody who had their signature up at the end of Endgame is a scroll. I can't take that. I can't believe that.
Because they wrote them shits out.
Man. So I don't think
we got Fury not being one. Like we knew Fury was one, but
did Fury get a signature?
He was willingly. I don't know if Fury got a signature, but he was willingly one. He was willingly one. Him and Baby Girl.
Yeah.
And I think they were willingly one. So it's cool. We can take the. We already know they've been scrolled.
Yeah, they've been. Yeah,
they were.
And they not infiltrated, right? They just like you said, they willfully.
Well, you got to figure out that too. Why would what's her name?
Who, Gaia or
no, Fury's right hand.
I
know her name.
Her name in real life is
Molders, right, or something like that. But what's her
Smothers or something like that?
What's her Avengers name? God, I can't believe
I know
Maria Hill.
Yeah.
So she really, I kind of want to know why she was a scroll. Like, why would she want to do it? But she did it. What was she doing on the under to be willing to have Talos' wife actually perpetrate her, take her name, image, and likeness,
especially given the fact that she wasn't there like in the beginning when they first met Talos.
Yeah.
She only know Talos from a can of paint, but
exactly.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. But we know that in Far From Home they weren't the ones
replaced.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we get to the point where now we got the line of like. Well, I think they gave us a big clue who's gonna be one because they put him in the freaking trailer. Rhodey a scroll.
Rhodey's a scroll, man. We got to come to grips with that. Yeah, no. Rhodey's a scroll, and I'll be surprised if he wasn't at this point. He in the trailer. He don't even look like he acting anything like Rhodey. Now, my question to you is not if Rhodey is a scroll. My question is, when did Rhodey become a scroll? And has Rhodey been a scroll the entire time? I'm talking.
He could have been, which would be some bullshit because he got shot and he fell out the sky. And based on like how they show us with scrolls, he would have reverted back to a scroll when that happened.
That's facts.
So they try to tell us that he became a scroll the entire time.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't. And I don't think they would rob the character like that. That's the thing about this. Hey man, we talk about this all the time. We get caught up and we start giving Marvel credit for shit they ain't even did and they never did.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna go back and retroactively tell you that, hey, by the way, all that cool ass shit this character did was a scroll.
Yeah.
What they will do is say, hey, you like, well, damn, Clint Barton in this, Hawkeye in this, yeah, he in this, and then you like, wait a minute. He a scroll, ain't he? Yup. They'll do that. Like people will be popping up, and you'll be like,
currently,
yeah. Like people might pop up in this show, and they might do something, but I don't think they're gonna really. I'd be very surprised if they go back and tell us like, oh yeah, he was a scroll back then. I think they're just gonna be popping up, and we're gonna be like,
scroll.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, damn, what is he doing? You're gonna be like, what is so-and-so doing, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be like, oh, he's a scroll, including Rhodey.
We might not have like the Rhodey because Rhodey gonna have Armor Wars, right? Yeah. So we're not gonna see the first time we ever saw a real Rhodey was in Armor Wars or coming out of this show. They got his likeness probably now. He probably he could be one of those bodies that we saw Emily Clark. Is that Emily Clark? That's her name?
Yeah, Emilia Clark.
Yeah, Emilia Clark, my bad. Down there, but what it is for the purposes of the show, he just got.
He got. I think the dude that was talking the dude that was talking to Sam in Falcon Soldier. I think that was him. You don't think
that's the scroll move right there.
It's always the left or right. So he's sitting there. Yeah. I don't know what this motherfucker talking about. I'm a scroll. I'm a scroll out this bitch. So that we don't. All right. So I give you that one. That's a question mark. We don't know if that was him, but I know this.
No, but I see what I'm messing with.
But no, this guy in this trailer though. This guy in this trailer is not. Yeah, that's not Rhodey, bro. He don't even his mannerisms ain't even like Rhodey. He drinking and shit. He pouring drinks. That's not Rhodey, bro. Rhodey is like and this dude here look like a businessman or something, bro. He like a politician or something. And I think Rhodey been infiltrated. Rhodey done got replaced, man.
Rhodey told him that you're the most
wanted man.
Like, what the hell is Fury got going on? And he's the most, because the Fury, they done infiltrated. They must have infiltrated the Senate and all that. And whatever's in here, this got, what this look like? I know it's not going to be, but this look like some Supreme Intelligence type stuff. But it can't be because that's Kree versus being Skrull, right?
Could be.
But they blocking something. But
that could be where the schism is, and is that like some of these people actually sided with the Kree against their own people based on the Supreme Intelligence.
For this fight that lies before us, old friend.
You say
you like that? Everybody in the room scroll? Damn.
The entire room. I guess a lot of them.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Well, he didn't got out of whatever situation he was in.
Do you feel responsible?
Black Panther.
Which one?
My man.
Where are the Avengers?
I'll go back to
this war is one I have to fight
alone.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about Martin Freeman. Yeah. He might be,
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Look at him, bro. That's not Rhodey.
He got some scotch too.
Yeah, come on, man. That's not his style, bro. You the most wanted man.
And he was walking like he been walking regular, boy.
Yeah.
That boy had them. He had them.
Oh man,
he had them walkers in the end game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he ain't got them no more. That's gonna be the first tale too, when he be like, because Fury one of them, like he know everything, even though he not supposed to know. So he gonna be like, heard about the accident on in Germany. He gonna be like, oh yeah, I know about that.
And that's when them dudes gonna come up on him with the guns, and when you walking in the hallway, like he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
How fucked up would that be? Hey man, how fucked up would that be? Is how early, if you was early on that. Exactly what happened. Y'all heard about see like you doing well out to Germany?
Yeah, man. So what y'all do? Y'all built like a ramp in here or something? How you get in?
Yeah, you.
Matter of fact, you just stood up.
You ain't going I don't hear nothing.
I don't hear no mechanics or anything like that. So
Tony passed. He couldn't have built you.
Yeah. Who built you those? Yeah.
I mean, look how he hold. Yeah, he got some yak. He got some kind of or it's gone now.
Yeah,
during the day.
Yeah.
During the day.
Yeah, that ain't, come on, bro. He ain't an alcoholic. It's gonna be a tale, man. It's gonna be something that's gonna give away the fact that he ain't.
So you looking at it from a standpoint of back to the kind of the question that whomever we see is going to be like the Skrulls are doing the infiltration now, as opposed to they've
been there the whole time.
Kind of like I did in Captain Marvel, like when they showed up, they started to assimilate at that time for the purposes of the mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like it's boots on the ground. It's not as covert as it is, but it's not like a long game. It's just like,
and it's probably going to be, instead of us looking at it from this is my shit right here. This is kind of stuff I like, right? Like in terms of TV, like I'll watch Jack Ryan, like I like that kind of stuff. I say all that to say, this may not be as much as what we asking the question, or I'm asking the question of, wait, who you think they got? Is it Sam? Could it possibly have been Natasha? But realistically, they probably doing more infiltration because if we looking at a post-blip world, and they still kind of like living off of that. Whereas like we're dealing with a situation where these people have infiltrated governments.
Yeah.
easiest place. Whoever
Right.
wants
That'll
to
be
do that
more-
kind of stuff in that, as opposed to being like, oh, Captain Marvel was a Skrull.
Yeah,
Or
we're not-
they done took Steve,
Yeah.
Steve Rogers. It's not that.
We see that a lot. Like I said, you watch the show, you know more than me. Like we see that in comic books where the cover will be, basically every character got a Skrull face under the mask, right? Captain America is a Skrull. Hawkeye, the female version, is a Skrull. Hawkeye, the male version, is like everybody a Skrull. We see that, but I don't think that's ever really been like the reality. Is it's really just we'll replace them. We'll just pull up on you I'll pull up on you as Captain America because I'm just copying. You know what I mean? I just to basically complete whatever part of the mission that I need to. I'll pull up on you as Captain Marvel or whoever. But this idea of like, they infiltrated them, the superhero teams. Nah, I don't think. But I think you're right. I think it's the government that long term. I think they've got in there, and we gonna probably see some people. Now, we definitely gonna see some non-superhero people. I think that we recognize and be like, oh damn, you was a Skrull,
like how they showed my guy's character. You just said his name earlier.
Martin Freeman.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
because it was another scene in here where we saw the department. They clearly outlined the Department of Defense there, or they call them the Department of the DOD.
Yeah,
there was a clear. I'm trying to see if I see it real quick
because
there was a clear thing about the DOD, and that would be the most government thing that we done seen in this kind of phase 4, phase 5 kind of situation. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Damage Control. That's a dumb name.
Yeah.
The Department of Damage Control. That sound bad. That sound like you need to do damage control to come up with a better title. Damage. The Department of Damage. Like that's the best we could do. The UDOD.
Yeah, they went from SHIELD to
that's just
Department of Damage Control. But with that being said, it's clearly implemented right here.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: how do you? Because take us back to when we first learned about Hydra. That was kind of like damn near more of a Skrull moment than anything. Like I didn't know that dude. I mean, he was like he didn't get along with Tony, but the one dude, Gary Shandling's character.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either.
Hell, Hydra. I'm like, damn. Like, wait a minute.
And
even the little nerdy dude with the glasses, like
Sitwell.
I ain't see it. Like, so you gotta almost like outdo that moment. You gotta outdo that whole scene and that whole movie. Now, if they can do that, where it's like, yeah, we recognize these people, and we like, oh, okay, yeah, it goes so and so, and then it's like, oh, he was a Skrull. She was a Skrull, and that. Because I do think you need a little bit of shock value here with this to really drive home what the Skrulls mean to the whole MCU.
Man, it makes me nervous now because one of the things, because there's that part where it could potentially feel forced versus the natural thing, because SHIELD was around. At that time.
Yeah. And Hydra. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Hydra, but SHIELD was around for like it didn't have to be that, oh, you know what? Captain America is really a bad guy, or Natasha, which I mean they could have made sense with Natasha because of her history, but like Natasha's really on the bad side, right? Like it was like, no, we showing you this enterprise that we got. We infiltrated that. We set it up that y'all ended Hydra. We got back in through Pierce, through Sitwell, through the governor, all these people, this whole thing, the striking commando crew, like we were able to infiltrate that, right? Them infiltrating the damage control don't do nothing for you and I, because they're not established enough to be like that means something to us. Like we just seen it in Miss Marvel. We seen it in they showed up in Spider-Man and. But they look goofy.
Yeah, I don't give it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Enterprise,
they already sound like a joke. The Department of Damage Control sounds like a spoon.
And they've been a joke.
Yeah, and they were the comic relief. Like when he was, and no, get this guy some donuts. You know,
yeah.
They didn't slam. They didn't come in there and slamming Peter's head on
intelligence agency.
Nah,
they wasn't like that.
And they
like,
weren't even.
We got all these. They just was like, we come to clean up after the alien shoot it up. Like that's what we do, right? Like that's what it is. So, the shock is not in that. Like, now I think what they want to do with some of these different things that are coming out is establishing, like, especially with them recasting Thunderbolt Ross, is like establishing a government kind of situation. So we get into like infiltrating the government, but how impactful is that to you and I as the viewer right now? Like we know that Thunderbolt Ross is going to be the president, but we don't know that today. Like we don't have anything where it even mattered. Right, where it even mattered in any kind of situation. So, like you say, I'm going back to my part about being nervous is I'm nervous in now the only way this scroll thing right now, without having a shield, without having like a secondary running partner that we've are accustomed to, that you have to infiltrate the superheroes. So then, how you do that? Like, what kind of stories do you tell? Like, oh yeah, you know, the entire time it was Captain America. It was really Sam Wilson, Bucky is Skrull. Half the people that we know are Skrulls. Maybe not the big six, but some of the people that got snapped. There's people in Wakanda that are Skrulls.
Yeah, I see. I
don't
think that's what happened.
No, I'm nervous about that. Like for it to be like impactful. Yeah. If that needs to be the case, or like maybe they are able to do it through the show. That I think it's only 6 episodes. Again, it ain't like it's Andor where you get 12 of them shits to flush it out, where it's like, oh, we get to even like, because right now if you only do 6 episodes and they like 30-35 minutes, episode 3 is the midway. It's like, damn, we just started, and like you take a long time to show me that that senator that we seen 3 minutes is a Skrull. It's not like we got accustomed to the character. You get what I'm saying?
I'm slowly losing it, man. Damn.
I don't know. I think it's 6, but it could be. I don't know. I have to look at the thing.
It's probably gonna be 6, bro.
6 episodes.
Okay. Hey, I'm all for the best, man. Samuel Jackson is kind of, again, I thought he was one of the dopest parts of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
The fact that he was kind of he kind of was on his own on that one, and like an action, like a full-on action scene that was like one of the dopest action scenes in the entire saga. And you're right. Going back to, you made a good point earlier about that not being him since Ultron, and when you look at him, that looked like Ultron Fury, the dude that was kind of like, because wasn't he like in the little halfway house or something, or not halfway house? He's like in a little safe house or whatever what they call it. But he looked like that.
Yeah,
he looked like that Fury. When they went out to the little farm, and then he popped up in Hawkeye house, like, so he looked like that Fury, and these two Furies look the same. The guy that got snapped and the guy that was in No Way Home or Far From Home looked like Talos, which is bringing me back to like, man, was that Talos that got snapped? I keep thinking that, like, I think that was Talos that got snapped, because Fury, but
especially for him.
And again, though, he called for Captain Marvel, so it's kind of.
But hold on, though. But it was him and Maria Hill in the car together. Like, when you start looking at situations like why they would be in the car, that's a husband and wife that are in the car together. Like, why would him and Maria be in the car together? They're probably never in a situation where they like ride in the same, because like one of them has to take control if something else happens. If something happens to the car, both of them gone, right?
Nah, he hit her with the text, like, or the call, like, I need you in Washington.
But I'm saying at the end of Infinity War.
When they got
snapped,
right?
Both of them were in the car together.
You saying that? Okay.
I'm saying, so like my theory is that person who got snapped was the Talos.
That's what I agree.
Because it was like, why would him and Maria be in the car?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he used to call her like, "Hey, I need you here," and
exactly.
And she's like, "I'll be there." He's like, "She'll like, I'll be there then." Like, "All right, I need you here in 3 or something."
He's like, "I'll be there in 4. You got 3.
You got 3. Yeah,
deep shadow.
Yeah, you better catch a fucking private jet or something.
You better figure it out. Yeah, I need you in 3.
Yeah, so Yeah. So I don't even though he had the beeper, but I mean that's easily explained that Talos got a beeper too, and that Fury gave him the beeper, like, hey man, you run into a world-ending event, call this person, you know who this is, call her,
Yeah, where I'm at, I don't need her.
Yeah, well,
we up with sword and all that. We good.
Yeah.
Like I don't need her, but you might.
Yeah,
because she connected to this, is whatever the situation is.
Oh, but that's another thing. Sword gotta be. Well, they were already proven to be Skrulls, right? They hit Rambo at the end of WandaVision.
WandaVision,
like, pointing up at the sky, like,
was that at the end of Far From Home? Were there Skrulls and when he was sitting there? Was that just a? Now I can't remember.
No, it was. Yeah,
that was all Skrulls.
Talos and his wife. Yeah.
So when what I'm saying, like when he talked to Talos and his wife, and he was up in space, was that Skrulls up there with him as well?
I don't think it was.
Okay.
I mean, it was.
Because that's it. Now I think about that, because you're right. They pulled up on him Skrull wise in terms of in a WandaVision, like the man upstairs will want you. Right, man up. People up there want you, whatever. But it was my point, that maybe it seems a little weird that in that scene we knew there were Skrulls up there, but we didn't see any. And then Far From Home, like up there. At the end of WandaVision, they told her, like, hey, people up there, and we assume it's Nick. It's Nick, right?
Yeah, but like, she was a Skrull, though. Yeah, right.
And she was a Skrull. She turned, but I'm trying to remember at the end of Far From Home when they were up there. Was he up there with Skrulls?
Well, I'm about to find out right now, because
we helped.
Talos.
Come on, Fred.
You see that?
Thing was fun.
Can you hear it?
I mean, that was all very, very convincing. The performances, the illusion, that costume, the craftsmanship, and that. I mean, this is just embarrassing for a shapeshifter. Fine. Hey, I hope your mission is going well. We gave the glasses to Parker about a week ago, like you said, and that's very touching. Really
man. Yo, he been funny this whole time, bro. It's his character.
So we need you to come back, because everyone kept asking me where the Avengers are, and I don't know what to say to that. So you're lucky
that's Spider-Man. They hung up on him.
Yeah, enough of that.
Okay, got a goatee.
Yeah.
Time has passed.
He old as hell. That's that old man get up right there too. Whoa, you
freeze on.
Yeah,
the Skrulls in there, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you was right.
I wasn't right. I didn't know. I didn't. I was like, I don't know. Oh, we do. Okay.
Damn. Yeah, he out in space, bro. So is he okay? So he like starting.
So we need to pull up WandaVision. I want to hear what. So it was Skrulls there. And is it easy for us to assume that when old girl told Monica that they were talking about Fury? I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah, I'm surprised she ain't in the show.
Let's see this one. Let's see. Let's see. Damn, she was looking thick in this show. I ain't even lie. Remember?
Friend of your mother's.
She's like, that felt good. Like,
yeah.
He heard you've been
she took a wig off or something. Like,
He'd like to meet with you.
Hold on. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay. So I think we can assume this is Fury back what she said. Oh, friend of your mother's. He heard you've been grounded.
He heard you've been grounded. He'd like to meet with you.
Yeah.
Where?
So this is what I needed to see. She got to say a little line. So that's what I needed to see. Okay. So that's why I was confusing myself. Fury wasn't with Sword. So that's why I was starting to get a little confused.
Okay,
like, hold on, that don't seem like because
Nah,
they make
Sword
it
was-
seem like Sword
yeah.
not even really fully operational yet. But
Yeah.
Fury was up there. But Fury was up with probably on that same ship that that Carol had pushed out and helped him out. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll help you find your own area. So he probably was on that ship, right? So the bullshit is going to be as if Fury was gone the entire time.
Oh, man.
Entire Infinity side.
Oh man, because when
Fury
did
was
he get
out
up there? Yeah, we don't have a clear
Hey,
like.
man, he got a clean shave. He got the goatee. So for him to grow that shit out, from what we seen at the end of Far From Home, right? So what we see at the end of Far From Home to what he ended up, right? When he clean like just got the patch, and then he show up, and I meant to look back at the other trailer with Secret Invasion when we see him in the beginning. Was he like when because he had the patch, right? When he showed up, he got the goatee and the patch.
Yeah, he got some pepper in there.
Hey, but he still got the like he on the side clean.
Mm-hmm.
But then like we get to later on, he got when he was baby girl, he start to get the full beard. Right? He ain't got the patch and he fully bearded.
Okay.
Right.
No, yeah,
just a subtle thing. So there's some time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little
some time in between this. Because like I say, we saw him at the end of Far From Home in that thing, and he clean. I mean, he just got the situation right here. He ain't got none of this.
Mm-hmm.
But then we see a lot of the footage and here's all that. And then we got that one scene where he had the patch on, but the patch is similar to what we seen at the end of Far From Home. He had the patch, all he got is the goatee, everything else is clean. So it's gonna be obviously it's gonna be some time. But I would just put it together like he couldn't have been on with Sword because like when they said the man going up there, like is she talking about Fury? But I was assuming it was Sword. Sword wasn't fully operational. So it would make sense why they would, and he was up there with Skrull.
Yeah,
I never noticed that before. I just wrote like, okay, yeah, he up in space, they doing their thing, but he up there with the Skrull.
It was a bunch of them too.
And what's the name? His lab, because old girl had Marvel had the lab, and it was a bunch of them.
Wow,
it was in Marvel's lab.
So yeah, man, you can't. Bro, if you tell me Fury. That ain't been Fury this whole time. That would shake up everything, man. People would protest that, you know.
And like I said, because it'd be two parts, right? Two things, right? He got shot up by Bucky. Bucky got him up, right?
Yeah.
So he would have converted, he would have flipped back.
Yeah, he damn near died. Yeah.
You see what happened when they had the car wreck and that Skrull died. He flipped back. Right now, he didn't die, but he would have. Him getting hit like that.
You going unconscious.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hold your form. Yeah.
You see what happened to Talos?
Talos he got the scroll slapped out of him.
He was turning into the Hulk. That move.
It's gotten much worse.
It's been a rough few weeks around here, Nick. Down here. I wasn't trying to do all this. You ran across. You see, I got my science guy. I wasn't really. I wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't say he did.
No, he saw the science guy.
You were supposed to have that. That was supposed to be
You're my science guy.
You're my science guy. He was talking into the phone.
Talos was funny, man.
Talos was funny, man. Even that last scene, he talking to Nick like he was like, that was touching. That was touching, man.
Talos was funny, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man.
Talos has some lines, man.
My guy, man. I'm all right with Talos, man. But
when he talking about that cat, he jumped back. That's a flogging. You say what?
He walked in. Hey man, he walked in with that sipping on some smoothie, like
he
was funny, man.
Funny guy, bro.
Yeah, he was all right, man. You were a science guy. Science guy just looking like I will tell you, I ain't see it. I missed it. But I don't think you gotta throw out the worst case scenario. I guess recently, especially with stuff Marvel's putting out, you almost gotta put the worst possible thing that you'd be like, man, that'd be some bullshit. And hopefully they don't do that. Like, don't tell me Nick was don't even like change some of the dynamics that Rhodey was a Skrull the entire time, because it probably wouldn't make sense. Some other people, okay, but they still got to be ancillary. But like, Don't tell me Natasha was a scroll the entire time.
Come on, yeah. You know what? What about Carter's niece?
I wrote it off that she was one.
Yeah, I would say that she. I think she was
Sharon.
because she's totally different, right? Like even if you kind of like try to suspend belief and think like, oh, she became this mastermind, you know, whatever she is, intelligence, terrorist / whatever.
Yeah.
She totally different, man.
I'd be surprised if she not like the power broker.
Yeah, she's the power broker. Like this sounds like scroll shit to me, man.
It got to be something like that. It got to be something like that because even from a situation unless like you say we see with Rhodey, I'm writing it off, but you got to really sell it to him. You still got to sell it to him. We mess with Rhodey, we give him a hard time, but it's like pause. But like we have to you have to kind of sell it like okay, cool. Rhodey could be one, but why? Because to have an infiltration, if we ever seen it before, whether it was any kind of media, they had an agenda, the thing they were trying to do, right? In terms of like take over.
Yeah,
like you're not just doing it just because hey, hey, it's better. I'm here, but it's better if I'm him, or it's better if I'm her.
Nah,
like that's why Sharon Carter makes sense, right? Like, I'm trying to make some noise. I'm trying to get to the weapons that you got. What was they line? It was written. It is written, right? They had a belief like it was written that we can come in. This is what it's supposed to. It was foretold that this was ours. We gonna come get it. I do have a low confidence just from the simple fact I hope to be. It didn't. So I'm highly excited. Very low confidence that they're gonna deliver. Just for the simple fact is, I just got to do what they did, what they've been doing, and I just think my biggest problem with the stuff that they've been putting out is beyond everything else. And we can run down the list. I just hate when I'm watching it, and it's old now. That it took 5 episodes to get the fucking Kingpin.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like we all know. So let's get past that and let's get to the point that they got to defeat him. We got 5 episodes to get to him. Like y'all dangled it the entire time. It's tired.
And it's not that interesting.
And it's not, it don't
matter. Not like we wait. I'm not waiting on Joker, on Heath Ledger Joker. I'm not waiting on I'm not getting that. I know I'm not getting that. I'm not getting Ultron. I'm not getting Thanos. I'm not getting, you know what I mean? Like I'm not getting a interesting villain. I'm enough to where that justifies this slow burn of a show. Where I'm like, oh man, it's the big bad. Wow, like man, that one even great as Jonathan Majors is, man, great actor. Most interesting part of Quantumanium. I get it. But even when we got to him at the end, and when like I wasn't so blown away that I was like, man, it was worth the wait.
It wasn't that. What was the other one that they did? The Power Broker.
Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all. Come on. We did all that for that. No shade at the character like Sharon. But we did all that for that. We waited. We got to get 5 episodes for that.
Yeah,
y'all dangled it the entire time. Oh, well, we like to have is our secrecy. Like, no, but that's what I'm afraid of when I watch something like this. And it's like, is it Rhodey? Isn't it? Is it such and such? Isn't it? And it's like, oh, we just did that just to see that. We did that to see that.
Yeah.
Nick Fury's wife was a scroll because his wife is in the show. Right, the sister, the queen, is in there. Like we did all this to find out that his wife was a scroll the entire time. Like,
is his wife in there?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay.
That one with the curls. At first, I thought that was Monica. Like, even thinking that Captain Marvel gonna show up, and it's like, okay, so shout out to all the bad things about She-Hulk. They fucked with us and let us know, like, yeah, we gonna dangle this Daredevil with y'all. We messing with y'all. Hey, y'all, we messing with y'all.
Yeah,
they told us.
Right.
They told us they ain't even play. We playing with y'all.
Yeah.
I know y'all waiting on Daredevil, but they was like, hey, I know y'all. Yeah, we fucking with y'all because I know these other shows do that. We gonna do it too, but we gonna play with y'all and let y'all know what's happening. Right?
That's a weird show, ain't it? That's like the most meta shit that they ever gonna do. And Marvel, there'll never be another She-Hulk season as bad as it was. Whatever you want to think about it, whatever.
It's crazy because what if it was good? Because they would have set a standard. They could have changed the way that they did business if
man,
if it was good.
Right? They did that right.
They did
a lot of episodes to get it right, but yeah, that was just.
And they gave them 9. Yeah. That's my fear about this is that they're gonna try to tell us like, they're gonna string along the presence of Captain Marvel because we expect Captain Marvel has to show up in this, right?
Yeah, at some point.
And
it's going to get stringed along. Yep.
It's going to string along to the point. I mean, they did it with what's her name? Show like they're going to string it along to the point where it's going to be unnecessary when she shows up. It's just going to be a glorified. Of course, we get in a post-credit scene, right? I get that, but it's going to be glorified post-credit when she show up. I'm hoping to be proven wrong on all this. I'm just going in with like I'm setting the low bar because as good as the trailer is, good as my thought is. I just know what they've been, and they wrote this. They put this together before they started talking about.
I was going to say that. This is pre Bob Iger coming out saying, "Yeah, we need more quality over quantity."
Well, but wrapping this up, man. Wrapping that up. It's trailer excited.
Yeah.